Let's go straight into it. If you're walking around trying to project confidence without backing it up with real skills, you're living a lie. You're living in delusion. And deep down, you know it. You can puff your chest all you want. You can memorize lines and study posture tricks. But when it's time to actually do something, lead, perform, protect, deliver, all that fake confidence vanishes if you don't have the competence to match it. Confidence without skill is smoke with no fire. It's hollow. It might fool a few people for a while, but it won't last. Because when real life puts pressure on you, the truth shows up. And the only thing that keeps you from folding is competence, the skill sets, the training, and the proof that you can handle it. If you're tired of pretending and are ready to build the kind of confidence that's earned, not imagined, then my private coaching program is built exactly for you. We focus on building men who want to be dangerous, capable, and grounded in skill. No fluff, just results. If you're serious about finally leveling up for real, hit the first link in the description and join us. Now let's dive into why confidence without skill is a losing game and how to fix it once and for all. Surface level confidence crumbles under real pressure. The problem with surface level confidence is that it only works when everything is going smoothly. You can fake it in conversation, you can fake it online, but you can't fake it under pressure. The second things get real, a conflict, a challenge, a test of skill, that fake confidence gets exposed. Think about it. You've probably seen the guy who talks big in a group, but goes silent when real decisions need to be made, or the guy who looks the part but panics under pressure. That's what happens when your confidence is not built on competence. It collapses. Pressure is a great equalizer. It doesn't care about how confident you look. It cares whether you're capable. And the truth is, only competence creates stability in high stress situations. That's why training, skill building, and consistent execution are non-negotiable. You don't need to feel confident when you've done the reps. You don't need to act like a leader when you've already led, when you've earned your place through real world action. Pressure doesn't shake you, it sharpens you. If you're relying on surface tricks to feel confident, understand this. When pressure shows up, the mask falls off. The only thing that stands is the work that you've actually done. Real skill creates confidence that doesn't flinch. When you have actual skill, you don't flinch, you don't overthink, you don't hesitate. You move, you act, and you solve. That kind of confidence doesn't come from hype, it comes from repetition. Whether it's negotiating in business, defending yourself in a fight, or stepping into leadership, if you trained your skill, your confidence becomes automatic. You're not guessing anymore. You're not trying to be confident. You just are, because you've built the ability to perform under pressure. A skilled man doesn't walk into a situation wondering if he's good enough. He already knows, not because he's arrogant, but because he's done it before. He's practiced, he's failed, he's improved, and he's ready. That's the beauty of competence. It takes the weight off of your shoulders. You don't need to manufacture belief. It shows up because your ability is real. Confidence that comes from skill doesn't depend on mood, motivation, or approval. It runs deep because it's backed by results. This is why the most powerful men aren't the loudest. They're the ones who's mastered their craft. Their confidence isn't loud, it's lethal. If you want to stop doubting yourself, start performing with precision. Get focused on developing your skills. Skill is the only shortcut to confidence. You can't fake a track record, but you can build one. Confidence that lasts comes from a history of performance. And here's the thing, there's no shortcut around reps, the hours, and the lessons learned from real experience. Men who walk with quiet strength have earned that posture. They've succeeded under pressure. They failed and adjusted and came back sharper. They've been tested and they passed. That's why they're so calm. That's why they're respected. That's why they don't have to prove anything to anyone. Confidence becomes effortless when it's supported by a proven track record. When your brain has seen you show up again and again, when you've lifted, trained, learned, performed, and delivered, your self-belief becomes rock solid. And that's exactly what I help men build in my private coaching program. We create a system for you to develop that track record across all areas that matter: strength, leadership, communication, and execution. You're not just hoping you'll improve, you're tracking it, you're earning it. You're becoming a man who knows. So if you've been tired of trying to convince yourself you're ready, maybe it's time to just be ready. Click the first link in the description and join us. That's where your transformation begins. This isn't about talk, it's about transformation. The more you do, the less you need to say. And a proven track record is louder than any other words. Point 4. Competence eliminates the need for comparison. Men who lack skill tend to obsess over comparison. They look left and right, consistently measuring themselves against others. Who's fitter, richer, more respected, more confident? That habit eats away at your self-worth fast. But here's what changes everything. When you're competent, you stop caring what the next guy is doing. Why? Because your focus is locked in on your mission. You're not trying to be better than others. You're trying to be undeniable at what you do. Competence builds tunnel vision. It keeps you grounded. You're not distracted by trends or social games. You're obsessed with mastery, and that obsession creates clarity. Confidence thrives when your lane becomes all that matters. The truth is, comparison is a symptom of uncertainty. It's a byproduct of not being sure where you stand. And the only real fix for that is doing the work, developing skill, training consistently, owning your progress. That's how you build the kind of internal certainty that makes external validation irrelevant. When you're competent, you don't get shaken by another man's success. You respect it, but you also know what you bring to the table. And that knowledge creates freedom. No more pretending, no more chasing, just full ownership of your path. Stop competing for attention. Start competing with your potential. That's where real confidence is born. Confidence without skills destroys trust, especially with other men. Here's something most men won't admit. Other men are watching you, and they know when you're bluffing. You can't fool masculine instinct. When a man pretends to be confident, but lacks the skill to back it up, it kills trust instantly. This is especially true in male circles. If you say that you can do something, and you fold when it's time to deliver, your word means nothing. Confidence without skill doesn't just harm your reputation, it ruins your credibility. But when you're competent, everything changes. Men respect execution, men follow strength, and they trust consistency. You don't have to be perfect, but you have to be capable. This doesn't mean that you need to be the best at everything. But if you want to be taken seriously in business, in friendship, in relationships, or in leadership, your confidence has to match your ability. That alignment is what creates respect. Think about the kind of man people trust. He's calm under pressure. He doesn't talk too much, but when he does, you listen. That's competence in action. You want to lead? Earn it. You want to be trusted? Train for it. Do you want respect from other men? Don't feign confidence. Build the skills that command it. So to be clear, confidence without skill is a lie. It's short-term, it's weak, and it gets exposed fast. But when you develop competence, real, earned, tested ability, your confidence becomes unshakable. You don't need to talk big. You don't need to pretend. You just show up and handle your business. That's the kind of man the world respects. That's the kind of man people follow. And that's the kind of man you become when you commit to mastering your craft. If you're done living off surface tricks and ready to build a foundation that makes you unshakable, then it's time to step up. My private coaching program is where we do that. It's not hype, it's not theory. It's a system to become dangerous, capable, and grounded in skill. Click the first link in the description below to join. Let's turn your fake confidence into real, proven capability and finally make you the man you were built to be.